I'm Pradeep Kumar. Know Your IS Code Provisions short lecture series. So we'll discuss today clause number 7.1, that is regular and irregular configurations. So in that, so we'll discuss two clauses. The first one is reentrant corners, and the second one is excessive openings or large openings in the floor slab. So let's go into the details. Let me share my screen. Yeah. So, so these clauses are from IS 1893 2016 part 1. That is clause number 7.1, regular and irregular configurations. So in that, this is given in table number 5. Yeah, table number 5. That is point number 2, reentrant corners, and point number 3, floor slabs having excessive cutouts or openings. So what code says about reentrant corners? So a building is said to have a reentrant corner in any plan direction when its structural configuration in plan has a projection of size greater than 15% of its overall plan dimension in that direction. Now, if we look at this figure, let's look at this left one. So in plan, like both the directions, x direction as well as y direction, L is the length in x direction and same L is the length in y direction both. But there are cutouts at all four edges, all four corners, there are cutouts. So the length of cutout is A. So if the ratio of the length of cutout in that direction divided by total length in that direction, if it is exceeding 15%, that is greater than 0.15, then building is said to have reentrant corners. And if you look at, say, another, if you look at, say, another plan, that is L-shaped plan, so same definition holds good here. A in one direction, cutout, or one arm of the dimension, building dimension, A, divided by the total length of the plan in that direction, total plan length in that direction, if it is greater than 0.15. So building is said to have reentrant corners. Now, what is the disadvantage if reentrant corner is there? So what happens is, especially, so earthquake performance will be poor because there will be stress concentration in this open arm, and then huge stress concentration will be there at this junction, and thereby, and also this open arm will have excessive deformation. Now, building with reentrant corners, so what code recommends is, so three-dimensional dynamic analysis method should be adopted to understand the load distribution and for the design. Then the next clause is, say, floor slabs with excessive openings or cutouts. So opening in slabs result in flexible diaphragm behavior, and hence the lateral shear force is not shared by the frames and or vertical members in proportion to their lateral torsional stiffness. So usually earthquake force, that is induced force, is concentrated or acts at the diaphragm level, and from diaphragm level it is fed to vertical resisting elements in the proportion of the relative stiffness. This happens only when the floor diaphragm is rigid in its own plane. If it is flexible, then the deformations will be excessive, and also distribution of force will be according to tributary area of the slab. So the problem is particularly accentuated when the opening is close to the edge of the slab. So if the opening is cutout is there, if it is close to the edge of the slab, then slab behaves like a flexible floor, not as rigid floor. So a building is said to have discontinuity in their own plane, in plane stiffness, when floor slabs have cutouts or openings of area more than 50% in the full area of floor slab. So let's look at that. In the buildings with discontinuity in their in plane stiffness, if the area of the geometric cutout is, if you look at this, say, two figures, in this A0, if A0 is more than 50% of the total area, A is the total area, A total is total area, and A0 is the area of the cutout. So if this is more than 50%, or if this cutout, even if it is less than 50%, but that is coming at the edge, then both these buildings or plans are said to have the excessive cutouts and behave in a flexible manner. So if say building with discontinuity in their in-plane stiffness, if the area of geometric cutout is less than or equal to 50% of the floor slab, less than or equal to 50%, the floor slab shall be taken as rigid or flexible depending on the location and size of the opening. So if say location is along the edge, then it will become flexible floor diaphragm, and if it is say in the middle but anywhere inside, but if the area is more than 50%, so then building is said to have this excessive cutout. More than 50%, if it is more than 50%, the floor slab shall be taken as flexible. So in any case, if the cutout is more than 50%, it is flexible floor diaphragm. And if it is say less than 50%, even if it is less than 50%, but it is along with the edge, even in that case, it has to be taken as flexible floor diaphragm. So flexible floor diaphragm, so load flow has to be analyzed properly using three-dimensional building analysis. So this short lecture is to help students and practicing engineers understand IS code provisions in a better manner. So following references are used in the preparation of these slides, and I sincerely acknowledge the help of my PhD students and MTech students in preparing these slides. So thank you and have a nice day.